Hey, Sojourn family. This is Matt Heron, and coming to you with a video update, and with a very thankful heart. As you know, in March of 2020, the whole world changed. COVID showed up, and it altered, in a church setting, it altered everything that we did. It blew up a lot of plans. Caused a lot of disruption relationally. Our ministry, all of our ministry plans and objectives, they were almost all of them were put on the shelf for a long time. We've been wearing masks and social distancing and having limitations on how many people we can have meet inside, and it's been a long journey. But there's just been a parade of good news over the last couple weeks, maybe in the last couple months. And what we want to talk to you about here today is that, as many of you probably already know, July 1st, all of the COVID restrictions are going to end. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me to say that. And I know that a lot of you are celebrating that news too. And so thanks for your patience throughout this global pandemic. And we know that some of the decisions that we've made have been heart-wrenching. They've been hard for us and hard for you too. And so thanks for those of you who have engaged in conversations and asked the follow-up questions and partnered with us along the way. And we've made it. We have made it. There's this Sunday I'm preaching on Psalm 40, and the psalmist says, "I waited patiently for the Lord." I don't know if you can relate to that, but that is, I feel like since March of 2020, we've all been in that category to some degree of waiting, maybe sometimes not so patiently, but waiting for the Lord to rescue us out of this. And here we are towards the end of June, looking to that July 1 date with a lot of gratitude. Later in Psalm 40, the psalmist says, "I have told the glad news of deliverance in the great congregation. Behold, I have not restrained my lips, as you know, O Lord. I have not hidden your deliverance within my heart. I have spoken of your faithfulness and salvation. I have not concealed your steadfast love and your faithfulness from the great congregation." So it sure seems to be an invitation there where the psalmist, as he is experiencing God's rescue, to celebrate it with other people in the great congregation. And we want to do that as a church family. And so we are really excited about the weeks ahead. So just there's two things that July 1 is going to impact for us as a church. The first one is that on July 1st, when all the restrictions drop, as soon as that happens, so the next Sunday, July 4th, we will no longer be requiring a registration. So you will not have to let us know that you're coming. We'll be back to just come, man. This church opens wide her doors with a welcome from Jesus, and just come. Invite your neighbors, invite your friends, and just come. So no more registrations. There will be for 2 more weeks, the 20th and the 27th, but then after that, no more registrations. The other update that we want to share is that also when all the restrictions drop on July 1st, we as a church are going to stop offering our services on live stream. And let me tell you why. When COVID hit and the global pandemic came upon us, it was immediately clear that we needed to provide a video option for our services. It was off the bat, it was the only way to gather. And then in the months after that, ever since the middle of summer, there have been a percentage of our congregation that has not been comfortable or not able to gather in person. And so live stream has served a percentage of our congregation in a really faithful way over the course of this global pandemic. But it was never our plan to offer live stream long term. We've never been much of a video church, and part of our thinking is that worship is, corporate worship is corporate, and that means that God designed it for it to be done, as the psalmist says here in Psalm 40, with the great congregation. That proximity, the in-person reality of worship, that it's not just you and Jesus, it's you and the people of God. worshiping Jesus, singing together, hearing each other sing, responding to the sermon, sharing at the table, communion. And so it is a high value for us that we gather for worship in person. Now, our sermons will continue to be offered audio on the podcast like they always have been. And so that resource will still be available to you. But the service in video format, as of July 4th, it will no longer be offered. We encourage you to resource the podcast if you want to listen to the sermons after they happen. But we really want to encourage you to be in person. God's designed you to worship in community. God's designed you to do this with the people of God. Proximity matters. Flesh, in person, incarnate. That's God's design for the worship of the people. And so, starting on July 4th, no more live stream. Obviously, if you have questions about that, feel free to call the church office or shoot us an email. Would love to interact with you a little bit more if you're kind of curious as to what our thinking is there. But it's really rooted in the healthiest way, the healthiest aspect of spiritual formation is for worship to happen together. And so we think that live stream could potentially contribute to patterns that are less healthy. And we don't want to do that. So live stream will end. The last Sunday we'll offer that will be June 27th. And we have loved seeing more and more of your faces each of these weeks over the last month or so. And we're hopeful that pattern continues into July and August. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks for your time.